Hello, and welcome back to the podcast where you are invited for lighthearted conversations about things that matter as you seek to live your most meaningful, beautiful, and joyful life. I'm your host, Dr. Edie Wadsworth, and I hope you enjoy your stay here at the House of Joy. Hi, dear ones. Welcome back to the podcast, episode 297. How are we almost to 300 episodes? I cannot even believe it. I have had the most glorious day, y'all. I just got back in off the lake. I am so sunburned. If you are watching on YouTube, I just had to spray tons of Lavaderm on my skin. And I should be fine tomorrow, but man, it was amazing out there. We actually drove our jet skis, Tom, myself, Courtney and Tanner, our friends that live down the lake from us. Our lake is 60 miles long and we live right in the middle. And we drove all the way to the other end into Rogersville to see the spillway where the water comes over into the lake. And it was so glorious and so beautiful. It took about 2.5 hours or something like that. We were out in the sun that whole time. We did keep taking breaks and like jumping in the water, but it was so good. So, and I'm also starting an incredible week because this is the week of my live event. If you're coming to Love is Magic, if you are in my community, I host a live event every year called Love is Magic. And if you're coming to Love is Magic, just beware. Miss Edie is on fire. I can't wait to deliver the talk that I've been working on. I can't wait to hug your necks and see your beautiful faces. It's going to be amazing. My dear friend Melanie Schenkel is going to be speaking at Love is Magic as well. I just got in boxes of her book. We have so much cute swag. We're having a DJ and a dance and line dancing, and I'm telling you, so much fun stuff. I'm actually having my team over on Wednesday for a lake day to start off the whole celebration of a weekend. And I am just feeling so excited. I have such a full heart, so full of gratitude. And I actually am so excited to share this podcast with you because I tried to record this podcast last week, you guys, and I poured my heart and soul into it. I cried, I laughed. And when I got to the beach with Emmy and the girls for the bachelorette party, Emmy goes, "Mom, there was no sound in that podcast." I'm like, "What?" The whole thing, there was no sound. I'm not exactly sure what happened. But anyways, so I'm re-recording the podcast that I had for last week. And now I realize that I'm glad because I've had a chance to really think about it. So we're going to talk today about up-leveling. Like, how do you enter into a new season of reinvention, of up-leveling your life? And I've done this several times in the past few years, and I've been feeling the rumblings of it for a while, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it, and I was very much resisting it because the thing of it is, like, I feel like I have worked so hard to create an amazing life. And I've worked really hard on my mindset, on my emotional resilience. I have learned how to be really present. I feel like I've learned how to really give my gifts and live in like deep service. And I was just thinking to myself, like, it's good. Is there another level? I don't want to go. It's good right here. But I know that there are just things that I'm called to, and I know that I'm not living in my full potential. I actually have been thinking about the question, like, what if I haven't even scratched the surface of the amount of service and joy and abundance and all of that I could be living in? What if I haven't even scratched the surface on the impact that I could make on my family, on my clients? What if I have not even scratched the surface of how healthy and strong I could get? I have really been taking a deep dive into my health. And so as I was thinking about this, there were just so many areas. My health was one of them. I actually am currently involved in like a study with Young Living, and I've been using a new hormone product, which I'm so excited about, which led me into a deep dive of like my adrenal hormones and detox pathways. I'm just telling you that I'm about to totally reinvent my health. And I've been doing like my new kind of regimen and my new supplements and my new eating for about a week and a half now. And you guys, I can tell so much already, so much more energy, sleeping so much better. And I can't share the rest of it with you right now, but I will say that like, if you had asked me, a month ago or 2 months ago, do you want to totally reinvent your health? I would have been like, well, I feel really good and I have energy and I'm strong and like all of that. But I know there's another level, and it has been coming up in every area of my life. And so I just submitted to it. I just decided, you know what? What if I teach this to my clients, but for some reason I was thinking to myself, no, my life is really good. I always tell my clients, like, what if you haven't even scratched the surface? What if your best days are ahead of you? And in some ways, I think I wasn't fully living into that myself. So I have decided that I'm about to enter my most magical 90 days. And I want you to think about that. What if your most magical season is right in front of you? And not because you finally found the perfect circumstances or any of that, but just because you chose to live differently, to lead from a deeper place, to stop operating from duty and obligation and asking yourself, what should I do? And started really creating from desire, from devotion, from rest. So, although I am planning my most epic 90 days, I'm also taking the most time off that I've taken off. And I'm so excited about that too, because I have a hard time resting. In case you don't know, if you're new around here, I tend to like burn my adrenal glands out. You guys, I have been an overachiever since I was young. I think it was my way of running away from stuff in my childhood and running away from the difficult emotions that came with that. And so I just turned on this overdrive and this overachiever, and it literally has burned out my adrenal glands and has cost me my health in some ways. So I keep like coming back from that and fighting for that. And now I see that there's like a whole new level that I could unlock, I think, in my health. And the reason that I want to do that is because I have grandbabies and I want to be full of energy for them. And I want to be full of energy for my marriage and for my own kids and my clients and for myself. And so I'm really excited about the health piece, but it has just blossomed into everything. I mean, honestly, I can't think of one thing that I don't feel like is going to be reinvented in my life in the next few months. I can't think of anything. I've had so many incredible ideas for my business. I have had so many incredible ideas for like just my life, my house, like literally everything. I have been wanting for a long time to write the book called House of Joy about my mine and Tom's journey together through adoption and just other things too. So just in so many ways, I am going all in. I am reimagining my life, and I am fueling this season of my life not by duty and by like this overachieving or this hustle or whatever. I am stepping into this season of my life literally fueled by love, by desire, by really a desire to tap into the truest, most fully present version of myself. I'm just reimagining the whole thing and really stepping into I just taught a whole curriculum on divine feminine leadership, and I've been studying this topic for 10 years. I love it so much. Most of the time when you hear about like feminine energy, it is coming from more like the woo world. And so I wanted to figure out like what are the roots of this in the scriptures, and there's so many of them. And so I'm really going into this next season fueled by love, true health, joy, abundance, presence, beauty, deep service, like stepping into new rhythms that really nourish my body, honor my emotional power, amplify my voice, and give space for that deep desire to lead. So not about productivity, because you might say to yourself, well, you're going into the next 90 days to create these amazing things, but also you're going to be taking time off. Exactly. Fueled by rest and presence, leading a life that really feels like this most brand new version of myself, this whole healed, joyful version of me, which has taken me so long to get to, you guys. Let's talk about the hours that matter most, the 5 to 9, when the day slows down and you finally get to exhale. That's when Cozy Earth works its magic. Y'all, summer nights in Tennessee are no joke. Hot, humid, sticky, and I used to toss and turn all night trying to stay cool until I found Cozy Earth's bamboo sheets. These sheets are truly next level. They're buttery soft, naturally breathable, and somehow keep you several degrees cooler all night long. It's like sleeping in a cloud that knows it's June in the South. And don't even get me started on their studio pants and all day tea. I am telling you, amazing. It's like Cozy Earth transforms your home into a sanctuary, exactly what your 5 to 9 should feel like. And here's the best part, you get to try them risk free. Cozy Earth gives you a 100-night sleep trial, and their bedding has a 10-year warranty, a decade of delicious, cool sleep. So upgrade your summer. Head to cozyearth.com and use the code HOJ for 40% off. That's code HOJ for 40% off their best-selling sheets, loungewear, and more. Sleep cooler, lounge lighter, stay cozy. That's the Cozy Earth way. I have been thinking a lot about my healing because tomorrow's my daddy's birthday. It's been almost 28 years since he passed. I wrote a memoir all about our life together. And that memoir was the beginning of what has been, almost a 10-year journey of healing from childhood trauma and abuse and neglect and the effects of alcoholism and all of these things. And through therapy and coaching, I have been able to really totally reimagine my relationship with my dad and come to not just peace, but the truest love for him and for myself in that journey and for my mom and my siblings, like just such incredible gratitude for all of it. And so I don't know, his birthday's tomorrow. I'm also, by the way, interviewing the creator of Splankna therapy, which was the kind of therapy that unlocked something that was hidden so deep down in me that nothing else could get to it. I will forever be grateful to Sarah Thiessen for creating Splankna therapy. And I get to interview her tomorrow on my dad's birthday. I could literally die. But this is what I'm saying. Like, I feel like when you stop resisting what your life wants to be, the fullest expression of yourself, going all in on the things that really matter, things just start to, I just think these lovely synchronicities happen. And so I'm just so excited about it. I'm really excited to go all in on myself, on my business, on my health, on my rest, on my relationships, on my impact, on this book. I have the book proposal almost written. So one of my goals this quarter is to get a book deal. I want to get a book deal for House of Joy. There, I said it. But so many other things. It's about so many other things. But I really want to model what I feel like is living from overflow, because I've created incredible things in the last few years, but a lot of them from like what felt like a grind. It felt hard at times. And I want to create my next season of life totally from overflow. I want to build a well-nourished, well-loved, God-connected life. And I want to bring all my people with me. Because I know so many of my people are feeling this too. They feel this, they're ready to shift gears. It feels like we're at this weird inflection point in the world. And I know what people say, like, because I hear the rumblings of it. Like, oh, how can you talk about such frivolous things when the world is going crazy? Because when the world is going crazy, that's when we need you to be on fire, giving us your full going all in self. Like, that's when we need it. And so the world is getting crazy. The world is changing in massive ways. And I want to be a leader of that. I want to stop like settling and feeling like I'm kind of resisting my biggest goals, my truest self, and feel like I'm going all in. I want to reconnect literally with the truest, most expressed, most loving, most joyful, most impactful part of myself. It's like a brand new chapter. I am ready for it too. Like I can feel it in my bones and I'm just all in and ready. And it just, the way, even the timing of the way it happens, because this kind of all started last fall when I was like, I know I want to create a master coach certification, but I kind of didn't. Again, because I'm like, my life is good. Why do I want to create another program? And I created that program and it felt really hard, especially for the first half of it. But I realize that is just the beginning. I was just cracking the door open to a new way of being. And I will tell you that part of what I've been so good at that has helped me get out of my trauma and really work through it and learn how to live open and free and vulnerable is that I have studied mindset for the past 10 years. I've trained under the most incredible mindset coaches in the industry. Y'all, I don't even know if I could tell you how much I've paid in coaching and certifications and programs to be able to have one of the most powerful mindsets of anybody I know. But now I realize that that's not the full picture because mindset work has a very masculine energy to it. Like think differently. It's all about, renewing your mind and thinking differently. But what I realize where I really want to come more alive is in embodying the shift that this is my next season, living in it differently, bringing it to my body, to my nervous system, to my relationships, to my calendar. And I've always been really strong in this mindset work. It's a huge part of what I teach. It's a huge part of how I train my coaches. And it's a huge part of how I live. And I think it's so important. And it's like a powerful first piece, but I so believe that in this season, it's like an invitation to go deeper. I don't want to just think my way to a healthy, radiant, powerful, emotionally resilient version of myself. I want to embody her. I want it to change how I think, how I breathe, how I sleep. You guys, I've been sleeping so crazy good the last week. I want to bring it into all my routines. I want my routines to get a reinvention, my rhythms, my everything. I just know that there's a new season coming and it's the season of really living into it all, really embodying it. And I think the convergence of how I've been changing, how this all lined up. It was all not my plan, how it lined up, that it was lining up with Love is Magic Week and what I'll be teaching there, which so aligns with all of this. My daddy's birthday, with this interview I'm doing with Sarah, with the beginning of summer. Like, I don't know. It feels like the most magical time that I've experienced in my whole life. and I feel like I'm just getting started. So here's what I know. I know that this season for me isn't just about setting better goals. I am so good at doing that, but it's about living more aligned with my soul, more joyful, more embodied, where my deepest desires don't scare me, but they lead me, where healing, this work that I've done to heal myself from my past and from really negative thinking patterns, becomes the legacy that I leave, where my presence is so magnetic because I'm so truly alive to my own life and so present for other people that it feels like a living invitation for other people to do the same. And I just can feel the shift. I can feel the power of this already. I know what it means to reinvent myself. But I feel like this is just a whole new season. And I'm so excited to live from love, to create from desire, to keep asking myself, what is it that wants to be born in me? What do I want to create in this next season? I want to show up in my full feminine presence and power without apology. And so, if all of that stirs something inside you, come with me. I want you to come. We actually ended up, we were going to close Life Mentoring School on Monday, and we decided to do it today on Tuesday because I'm like, no, they need to hear this podcast. And if this stirs something in them, they need to come with us. We have to keep it open one more day. So, this is your gift because we were going to close Life Mentoring School yesterday. But what I'm going to be doing for the next 90 days is giving you a front row seat to what this looks like for me. I've never done this before where I take people behind the scenes in my own 90-day journey. And I just know it's going to be magical and probably challenging at times because that's what, real life is like. But I'll share with you my mindset shifts, the obstacles, how I'm dealing with the emotional piece, how I'm embodying the changes that I want to make. So come with us. I'll put the link in the show notes of the podcast, but we're closing tonight. So if you listen to this podcast on Tuesday, June 24th, my daddy's birthday, today we're closing. So join us. And then we're going to go behind the scenes starting in July. And I just can't wait to take you with me. I can't wait for you to do that, for you to step into your next season, for you to decide what if, let's close with this question. What if love, not obligation, led you for the next 90 days? What would you create? How would you show up? Who would you become? So come with me. I'm so excited. My most magical 90 days is about to start, and I want to invite you into it. So say yes to your own life, a life rooted in joy and healing and truth and legacy and all of your beautiful feminine God-given energy and power. Yes to a new story. So come walk with me. Let's do a magical 90 days together. I love you so much. Thank you for listening to the podcast. Click the link below if you want to join us, ediewadsworthcoaching.com/enroll. And I will see you on the inside. Okay. Bye for now.